I'm Saber Chowdhury. I'm a Member of Parliament from Bangladesh. My constituency is in the capital city of Dhaka. I'm also the Honorary President of the Interparliamentary Union. I think in terms of commitment, extremely committed, and there's a very strong political ownership of the SDGs. So the timing was absolutely perfect, and Parliament really stepped in and ensured that the seventh five-year plan had a clear recognition of the needs of the Sustainable Development Goals incorporated. I think the other important aspect is that to what extent is this commitment realized or reflected in the engagement that Parliament has had. And I think there is room for improvement. And the reason why this is because I think one word, capacity. And capacity operates at two levels. One is within the institution of Parliament. To what extent are we fit for purpose? To what extent are we geared to really engage in the SDGs? And the other is the individual capacity of parliamentarians. So I think that's also very important. And the most important tool, I think, is data. Because we are still, the way we present data, the way we collect data, we have the Bangladesh Bureau of Statistics, which is still in the analog age. We have to catch up and be at par with the digital age. And I don't think that's happening as rapidly as we would like it to. So this is obviously a major constraint in terms of parliaments really engaging with the SDGs and holding the government to account. Because despite all of the growth, climate change is there as a huge threat, and it's going to take away the growth. It's going to push people back into poverty. It's going to affect women. So this is one of our defining challenges. And I think if we can respond to this appropriately, then the growth trajectory that Bangladesh is on is going to continue. And the other thing, and this is something that I'm very proud of myself, is there is now a provision in the Constitution of Bangladesh which actually talks about protection of the environment and the use of the resources that we have for current and future generations. I think that's an extremely important part. So the whole idea of environment, the whole idea of climate change, DRR, is now in fact a part of our constitution, and this was entirely a parliamentary initiative. I think it's wonderful that we have global goals. I think that very term says a lot, and it's a huge positive. At a time when the world seems to be highly polarized, at the time when we cannot agree on anything, the fact that we have agreed on a set of global goals for the people that we represent, I think that's wonderful. And so I think what we are looking at is see to what extent we can measure up to the spirit of the global goals, which is not leaving anyone behind. I think if that spirit can be mainstreamed into the work that we do, into all of the thought processes, into all of the planning, I think we will have achieved the SDGs in spirit. And the way I think that we have done it in Bangladesh, and I have also tried to promote, is try and identify local issues and then put that in a global context. Because I think people are much more likely to respond to a local school, a local hospital, the services they get out of a police station, whether they can register a complaint. Those are very important. So I think the way we do it is we start with the local, and then we put in a global context. And through the local issues, we create traction for the global goals. And I think that's what we have tried to do in Bangladesh.